What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? Hey. All right, so peep game. Yo, every one of us is blessed in our own unique way. There's no comparison, okay? Now, there's competition and all that other stuff, right? But this is the thing. People are blessed in different ways. Different people have many different blessings. And I'm around a lot of really strong people, you know? And I'm around a lot of strong people that I love and admire. And I'm an observer. You know, when I observe, I see things. And I see really strong people that get picked on by people that might be going through something. You know, they might not have tapped into their own power. And one of the expressions is they take it out on the people they're the closest to. You know, so I was feeling like the only mistakes that I've made are from helping people over the years. Because I look back at things and I'm like, oh, well, I jumped into this thing to help somebody, you know, and I did nothing wrong. And these people did whatever they did to break their word and the bond and everything, you know. So it's like, you think about those things, and they could be taxing. These things can be rough. You know what I mean? There's a lot of PTSD that producers and musicians and good people go through, right? So I just wanted to share with y'all, don't lose faith. You know, have that strength and always be mindful, you know, especially now. It's not bad to really take care of yourself, you know. And I can look at a lot of the producing and stuff that I've done for others over the years as either creating opportunities, creating lanes, because some of y'all know, you know, we've created the whole genre of country hip hop. Like all of the artists that are active now, you know, I'd say probably 90% of them we've written for, touched, you know, brought in the studio, made phone calls for, gave them blueprints, like showed them, set them up. You know what I mean? Like you spend an hour with me, right? And my heart is all about, hey, I got you. So I'm going to try to give you the best that I can give you with the time that we have spent. But imagine if you spent 6 months, you know, a year and a half, you know, 4 years, you know, with me in my studios. It's like I've really laid some groundwork for some folks. And honestly, like, you know, it doesn't bug me, you know, to be a part of it and not be out there on the stage rocking like that. But, you know, the word saved. As an English major, that word, when people said it, as a Christian, they were like, you know, it's like, oh, saved, are you saved? Oh, yeah, blood of Christ and baptized and all the good stuff, you know, and gone through Christ and to the cross and to Jesus and God, you know, and I'm a very, you know, I respect and understand the Trinity, but I'm a very one God, God of earth, God of love. I'm very powerful on that, because I know it for a fact. Like, you can just look around, and division is the first rule of politics, to conquer, divide, you know. So confusion is a tool for the enemy, and they do that because, you know, not a lot of people are having those conversations with those people to shape and mold this world. So, you know, it's like, you know, I have to take it like this. If I stepped into a situation to help somebody, right, and I did that, then I've already won. It doesn't matter what they say. It doesn't matter. People can talk all kinds of lies on me. Like, I'm probably the most hated, but one of the most hated. I don't know, not really hated, but I deal with a lot of people that, you know, and back to people that are blessed. You know what I mean? Like people that are, you know, secure, people that are confident, people that are attractive, people that are doing their thing, are finding success. Like, it's often a challenge because people will smile in your face and be like, hey, yeah, I got your back, da-da-da-da. But when it really gets to the finish line, it's like they were just in it for selfish reasons. And what's even weirder than that is sometimes when you get to the finish line, you find out that they are scared of their own potential. Because when you actually take that and you lay it in front of them and you say, hey, here's the plan, this is what we're going to do, boop, 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 you know, and you do it, it freaks them out because they're like, it's so ungraspable, you know, especially for people that ain't from Nashville. You know, and when you a connector like I am, you know what I mean? Like, this is what you do, you know? And I ain't never had all I do is I just love rocking mics, you know what I mean? So dealing with a lot of the people and the things that I've had to overcome over the past little bit have kind of taken me away from those stages. But it's also seasoned me out to where I understand things a little more. And being out here where I'm at and doing what I'm doing and owning my land, owning my vehicles, owning everything. Bills paid up, you know what I mean? Like it's just different. It's like I'm very strategic. People don't realize that, you know. I'm not perfect. I got a few things in my life I'm having to work out, You know what I mean? Like, and I'm sure some people might want to say some things about it because they don't understand exactly really what it is, you know. And this is 5 minutes into this video, and I'm not going to go into it right now, but just know I'm a very purpose-driven family man. And, you know, I spread love and peace and joy and energy with everyone. And if anyone has anything negative to say about me, they won't say it to my face. They won't look me in the eyes and say it. And if they do, you'll see them kind of squirm. It's like that power and that energy from doing this for so long. It's like it changes the game. You know, people don't quite grasp, you know, the power of honesty and integrity and doing your best. You know, I haven't been perfect in everything. You know, I had a t-shirt deal years ago that I got advanced, and I was going to pay him in a certain time. And then I ended up losing a record deal, you know, because somebody's alcohol and drug problem. And it was like egos, man. It's like, man, some people just don't want to see you win as much as they can. And when you see that, they see that potential, they're going to try to suppress you. And that's a very real thing, unfortunately, especially in the music business. You know, don't let me get into the yo, I'll pay you this if you do this, like that whole side of it. You know, I understand why Justin Bieber quit. You know what I mean? I even know the people that was involved. You know, I understand why he canceled his tours, and, you know, because there's some really sinister people out there that really just ain't found God. It really just ain't got their heart morals right. They're just immoral people. And when you deal with those, you know, I had a situation where I had like 3 of them in the same, like, little grasp or whatever, like trying to get me to do things. It's like, yo, you really understand who you talking to? Like, I ain't the one. Like, you might mess around and get messed up. Like, and it ain't even gonna be me. It's like, it's just the strength of the people that protect me from evil like that. You know, so I just want to tell you that you're so strong. You're so perfect. You're so beautiful. You know, everyone is made unique. Cherish that. Do your best to be your best. Remain honest all the time. You know, let your word be your bond. A lot of people talk it, live it. For real, for real. Be patient. Things take time. And, you know, stick to the script. Stick to the plan. Especially when you find a good man. Because once you want a good girl, a good person. You know what I mean? Not even in relationships, just in business relationships. When you find someone that goes above and beyond for you, and they put their word on it, and they follow through with their word, man, don't get freaked out. You know what I mean? Like, really. I've seen more of them. I ain't gonna sit here and name names. One of these days I might. And I pray to God that before I do that, every single one of them's come back to me because, you know, but I don't like putting that negativity out there. But I tell you what, it's heartbreaking when you work, you know, months, weeks, you know, years sometimes on people's projects with them. And then you get them to the finish line like you set out to do. And then they just, you know, they just want to end the relationship for no real reason. Or they want to cut you out because they're selfish and they're greedy. You know, and they feel like they got the magic, and it's like, man, the magic's the team. You know what I mean? Like, everybody brings their season to the salt, their season to the pot. You know, so it's like that. And it's really like that because once you get the team cracking, and that's been my thing, is I've always wanted to play team game. You know what I mean? And I've always put it together like that, you know? And it's weird. Like, people listen to other people and stuff that they say about me, but I can tell you just like this. Can't none of them people stand face to face with me and talk that mess. You know what I mean? Like, real talk. And I ain't saying I'm the biggest, baddest mole jumper on the game. And I'm gonna mess them up, but I've had to be that guy to protect women, to protect other dudes. And I've been karmatically protected and done some things that in protecting people that I probably shouldn't have been able to do, you know, and not that I take pride in them, but man, it's like that whole side of it is like, it's really real. Like, it's very angelic, and God got you on that, because even though you might be weaker, even though you might feel smaller, even though you might feel imperfect, even though something might not be clicking for you that night, as long as you're honest and as long as you stay in that light, man, you can't be touched. And God will give you that energy. Like, you ain't even got to be a ninja. You'll be moving like a ninja. It's like it's some wild stuff. But, you know, you stack that on some training and some good karma and some battles, you know, just really fighting through business and all the bars. And, you know, I've done 500 parties in Nashville. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I did. Like, people know 6-7 nights a week sometimes, you know, for years, like years. I was down there banging Broadway and 2nd Avenue. I brought in DJ Silver. You know what I mean? I started that whole country hip hop tie-in down in the commercial market. And some people know it, some people don't. You know, you name them. If they significant, you know, there's a few good ones out there that I ain't really, you know, ain't having success on, but I definitely helped lay the foundation. You know what I mean? I was number one. I was the very first one on CMT. So, you know, but what I wanted to do is I wanted to have a life, You know, I never want to be famous. That's not my goal. My goal is to be a good man. My goal is to be happy and having fun and living, living just a little bit different than the normal. You know what I mean? Like, it's just kind of a thing for me, and that makes me happy because we are all unique and we're all very beautiful. And, if you watch this to this point, blessings, peace, and, I just hope that, this reminder serves as just that, Hey, yo, all right, y'all. Hey, pray for me. I'm going to pray for y'all and keep it moving, keep it growing. Don't let all the craziness that's going on in the world dictate. Stop, move accordingly, prepare. Make sure that you got all that stuff in order. Just because it's smart. Electricity could go out for like a month. And what you going to do? If the Kroger go out, it's like they out. They ain't going to have no steak. They ain't going to have no canned foods. It's going to sell out. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I was just kind of talking. But, for real, prepare. It's a good thing to be on your game on that side, especially these days. It's like there's a lot of weird people out there doing weird stuff. And I'm not going to get into the whole, like, weapon sales and military and tanks and all that craziness, because if those things ain't selling, the investors ain't making money. But, that's a whole other conversation. And that's not even my world. I don't even dabble in that. I'm a musician. I do music. And, I just stay on what I'm doing. But you never know what people's motivations are. People might have a different motivation, and it might not be as pure as what you would like to reflect on them. So, be mindful to know who you are and have your morals and your base and your grounds and your grounding. Like, just know who you are. Take care of yourself. And if you're blessed to be able to take care of some people along the way, sometimes it's just easier for me. I don't want to say I fear success, but sometimes it's easier for me to produce other people. With the things that I've seen in this business and real evil, that man, and it's normally all drug, alcohol, ego, lack of self-confidence, and people just thinking things. People live out majority of their life in their minds, and half the stuff that they get scared of never actually comes to fruition. So I'm always smiling. Y'all see me, you're seeing the real deal. And everybody that knows me knows that. And people have this conversation with me often because I really try to lift people up and I try to radiate that light. So be the light and have a great night. Peace.